Picture this, you open your calendar and it's nothing but back-to-back meeting invites. And your to-do list is growing, your project deadline looms, and you can't find a single chunk of uninterrupted time to actually get your work done. Sounds familiar? Well, guess what? If you really want to finish your project on time and keep your sanity, you need to drastically cut down on these meetings. What if I told you these meetings themselves are the reason your project is stuck? It's not that they are bad or inefficient, it's that relying on ton of meetings hides deeper inefficiencies in your project management process. In reality, all those meetings are just a workaround for missing or broken workflows. Let's get real for a moment. According to Harvard Business Review survey, 71% of senior managers say meetings are unproductive, and 65% say they prevent them from completing their own work. You see, even your key project stakeholders are admitting that meetings waste precious time. But we all been there. A client requests a new feature. Deadline doesn't move. So you scramble and set up an urgent meeting with half the team – business analysts, architects, designers, QA leads, you name it. And before you know it, you are hosting a massive and expensive conversation where no real decisions get made, because the people in the room don't have estimates or final specs. Everyone just throwing out ideas and asking random questions, and you leave with more confusion than clarity. A follow-up meeting is scheduled, then another one and another one. It's a classic hamster wheel scenario. Why does this happen? Because there is no streamlined process to handle changes or gather estimates before everyone piles into a conference room. Instead, if you had a clear workflow where requirements are documented, estimates are produced, and trade-offs are analyzed, you wouldn't need that marathon of meetings just to figure out who does what. And let's be honest, usually only one person in the group does the heavy lifting at each stage of this workflow. And it's like garbage segregation. If everyone just dumps all their trash in a single bin, someone, and usually it's you, the project manager, has to sort out everything later. And that's exactly what happens in meetings. People dump random information in one big conversation, and you are left sorting it out, distributing it and organizing it into the processes and tools. But when there are clear bins for each type of trash, in our case, well-defined processes for each project scenario, everyone knows exactly where to put their information. No extra sorting or extra meetings are required. Now you might be wondering, but what if my stakeholders are addicted to meetings? And here's the key. Appeal to their professional dignity. Sell them the idea that by using your workflows and tools, they will save time, get faster results, and have more control in a predictable system. That sense of control is typically why they schedule meetings in the first place. So you need to shift their perspective. Yes, you'll have control, but without constant interruptions. But should you be an expert to introduce workflows on your own project? Well, no. The bar is so low that any streamlined and documented workflow will significantly boost productivity on your project. However, many PMs think that robust project management software will fix the problem. That's not true. You need to start with the process itself, then implement it in the tool. Let me give you an example. I work with one team for over a year, and we always use the same tool. One day, I asked team members individually how they understood the statuses of a ticket. Suddenly, I learned that there were at least 3 interpretations of those statuses. Moreover, the team had multiple ad hoc meetings where they clarified the actual status of tasks almost daily. It goes without saying that this generated a lot of conflicts, miscommunications, and inefficiencies in general. So I created one slide explaining the workflow of all these statuses. But here's the critical point. I explain it over and over again multiple times to ensure that the information was absorbed. And I remember answering dozens of questions about different use cases and scenarios. Long story short, this simple improvement eliminated the root cause of many miscommunications and unnecessary meetings. Based on my experience, there are a few fundamental and very simple workflows you can standardize right away to eliminate a ton of pointless meetings. For example, new customer requirements. Create a clear intake form or template for that. Requirements analysis. Here you need to define steps, owners, timeframes, and reporting on the status of the requirements. Logging new risks. Again, a quick form or risk register with clear instructions will do here. Change requests. A transparent workflow with impact analysis, promoting builds from dev to QA, from QA to prod. Each step should be accounted for in the workflow. Once these are documented and communicated, people won't feel forced to call a meeting for every new issue. But everything I just showed you is completely useless if you are not able to implement it immediately. And I get it. You might think, I don't have time to map out all these workflows, I'm already stuck in the hamster wheel of meetings. And exactly. That's why you need these processes the most. They save you time on the backend by slashing the number of random ad hoc meetings you are forced to attend. But what if I could help you regain at least 7 hours from your overloaded schedule? And all you need to do is implement 5 simple habits that make project management easier. If you want to end this meeting overload and build efficient workflows, watch this video next. In it, I'll share my top tips for project managers, which will help you find time to do what project managers are meant to do. Click the video now and we'll continue our discussion. I'll be waiting for you there.